So for me, for example, one of the things that I'm afraid of, and I think a lot of people are, is death. And I feel like that sometimes overwhelms me or consumes me. And I think I've learned that it's not just death, but it's the fear of leaving my kids without a father. I'm curious to know how you literally dealt with that as a Navy SEAL fighting in a war with children at home.
Well, you learn, you don't actually get taught how to deal with fear. They just keep giving you things that are ominous. Like you feel like you're going to die most of the time. And so over time you realize, wow, I didn't die the last time. And I thought we were going to all die. Nothing happened at that level. So you learn to not pay attention to that emotion when it comes up, and then go do what you're supposed to do anyway. So when you tackle the fear thing, you learn to go do simple things. So if I'm afraid, like if you're afraid of heights, go up to a tall area and be there, like be present to the height. If you do that by movement, by taking action, not watch a tall movie, you go up there and look over the rail or look over the cliff until the fear goes away. If you do that, you'll stop being afraid. It may take an hour for somebody, 10 minutes for somebody. And I've taken every client, like 180 clients now, through a fear-based part of the training where we go up to a mountain and we rappel off of it and we climb back up it. Most men and women are afraid. And on the rappel, they can't do anything. Like their body gets sweaty and their fingers don't do what they're supposed to do. But once you teach them to keep doing that thing that you've taught them to do, they stop being afraid. But that's the only way to deal with fear, is to go do it anyway. Like you could have the greatest life in the world if you just went and did everything that you're afraid of doing.
I think you gave me that advice last time, or you spoke about that. And one of the things I went and did after that, because I hate snakes. My neighbor had a whole bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And so I knew I wouldn't be brave enough on my own to go hold a snake. So I created a real estate video with a whole bunch of different weird wild animals. And I brought a snake in and had it wrapped around me in the video. And that was actually because of your advice right there.
It goes away though, doesn't it? It changes. Oh. It doesn't totally ever go away, but it changes.
It did. Like part of me, I didn't run because I couldn't. I just had knee surgery, but I think I might have. But I made the decision based off of what you said. And, I don't know, since then, I've had weird dreams with snakes in it. And the snake was getting ready to attack. And instead of run, I hold my position. And right when it's coming at me to try to strike, I catch its head. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but why not?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of doing everything that you're afraid of doing. And you asked the question, was I afraid to not be able to come home? For moments that would pop up, and every time I would, oh my gosh, I'm going to die, my body wouldn't function so well. And then get back on task. So don't dwell in fear, because it's our society right now. Not that you wanted to talk about that.
No, we can.
So COVID-19 is literally fear-based. It's not fact-based. And it has caused the world to lock up. Like people aren't doing the simple things anymore. And the acronym, if you will, of fear is future events appearing real.
Appearing real.
Or false events occurring real, or something like that.
False evidence appearing real.
Yeah. And you believe it.
Right.
Everybody thinks they're going to die if they don't put on a mask. The mask ain't going to protect anybody from this virus.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody.
Stupid.
And so, but the brain only deals with fear and it can't solve the problem. So it's told to wear a mask and it believes it, and it's not solving anything. It's a weird thing. That's how crippling fear is. And people are afraid to go to a restaurant, or they're afraid to open their business. And then since the government's afraid and we're afraid, they're not making good decisions.
Right.
So that's the product of fear. And somebody's going to come out and say, I'm done. We're going to go back to work, whether it be the president or a governor. Hey, everybody go back to work. Figure this out. We're not all going to die. We'll protect each other, but let's not live in fear. And it will change the moment that happens.